Welcome to the Explainer. I want you to just take a quick second and look around your workplace. The tools you use, the tasks you do every single day. Well, they're about to change. The big question is, are we on the verge of being completely replaced? Or are we about to be supercharged? Today, we're diving into exactly how artificial intelligence is actively transforming our jobs, our economy, and honestly, our very grip on reality.
And the stakes here, they literally couldn't be higher. Mustafa Suleiman, who is an absolute pioneer in the AI field, framed it like this. This is going to be one of the greatest boosts to productivity in the history of our species. So we're not just talking about some cool new piece of software update. We are talking about a fundamental tectonic shift in the modern workplace. It is wild to think about how fast this is moving.
So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. Section 1, the thinking machine dream. Section 2, how modern AI learns. Section 3, supercharging human productivity. Section 4, the dark side of AI. And finally, Section 5, guardrails for the future.
Section 1, the thinking machine dream, from antiquity to algorithms.
Creating non-human minds that are smarter than our own isn't just some 21st century Silicon Valley obsession. The dream of creating machines in our own image actually goes all the way back to antiquity. But our modern timeline really kicks off in the 1950s, when the legendary mathematician Alan Turing proposed the Turing test, asking if we could build a machine that could converse so naturally you couldn't tell it apart from a human. By 1956, scientists at Dartmouth officially coined the term artificial intelligence. But for decades after that, our huge aspirations completely outpaced our actual computer hardware. We did have a major breakthrough in 1997 when IBM's Deep Blue defeated chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov. But the real explosion, the one we're living in now, hit in late 2022 when ChatGPT became a viral global sensation literally overnight. Why the sudden leap? Well, it all comes down to the absolutely exponential growth of modern computing power.
Section 2, how modern AI learns. Moving beyond morons. Back in the late 1970s, the sci-fi legend Arthur C. Clarke pointed out that the most complex computers were basically just high-speed morons. And classic AI, like the program that beat Kasparov at chess, illustrates this perfectly. It was entirely rule-based. Sure, it was highly effective. It could project something like 200 million possible moves a second, but it was incredibly brittle. If you took it out of its narrow, strictly defined rule set, it just broke. Modern AI, on the other hand, is built on pattern recognition. It ingests massive, steady streams of data. It actually learns from experience rather than strict programming, which makes it highly adaptable to almost any task you throw at it.
The engine behind this amazing modern adaptability is called a neural network. It's a computer architecture quite literally modeled on the human brain. Imagine millions of glowing, interconnected nodes all communicating with each other. Just like the synapses in our own brains, these digital nodes actually adjust the strength of their connections based on the data they're exposed to. So how does a neural network actually get smarter? It happens through this vital process called backpropagation. Let's walk through the learning loop together. Step 1, the AI is shown an image and makes a guess. Let's say it guesses a cat. Step 2, it compares its guess to the correct label. If the actual answer was dog, it knows it failed. Step 3 is where the magic happens. It sends those corrections backward through the entire network, and Step 4, it adjusts the weights of its nodes to improve the next guess. It literally gets smarter every single time it fails. It's exactly like a human apprentice learning a trade.
Section 3, supercharging human productivity. Your new co-pilot. We really need to stop framing AI solely as this giant machine coming to replace human workers. Because the real-world application right now is using AI as a highly capable co-pilot that gives us physical and cognitive superpowers. Just look at the active transformations happening right now in highly skilled professions. In radiology, an AI model named Sybil is reviewing CAT scans and predicting developing lung cancer years before a human doctor can perceive any precursor lesions. In chemistry, a program called AlphaFold predicted the structures of nearly all the proteins known to science. We're talking 200 million structures, drastically speeding up how we discover new drugs. And out in the field, Alert California is helping dispatchers fight wildfires by scanning petabytes of mountaintop camera footage, detecting microfires before they can explode into megafires. Think about what that means for your own daily tasks, having an assistant with that level of raw pattern recognition by your side.
The crucial point here is the synergy of human and machine learning working together. Journalist Miles O'Brien actually recently received a new robotic prosthetic arm that uses an AI pattern recognition system. It works by reading faint electrical signals from his remaining muscles. But here's the crazy part. The arm doesn't just work magically out of the box.
Miles has to imagine specific hand movements to train the AI, while the software simultaneously learns to adapt to his unique nerve language. They literally learn together. And honestly, that is the ultimate metaphor for the future of work. Humans and algorithms adapting to one another to achieve things we just couldn't do alone.
Section 4. The dark side of AI. Deepfakes and disinformation. But hey, we have to be completely honest with ourselves. It's not all medical miracles and helpful coworkers. As these tools become incredibly powerful, the barrier to entry for manipulating reality has absolutely plummeted. You might be wondering, how are bad actors creating flawless fake videos and cloned audio in mere hours? Well, one major technique is the generative adversarial network, or GAN. Follow this dizzying loop for a second. First, a generator algorithm splats random noise onto a digital canvas. Second, a discriminator algorithm checks that noise against millions of real images and rejects it because, obviously, it looks fake. Third, the generator refines the image and sends it back. They volley this back and forth thousands of times until finally, step 4, the discriminator is fooled and approves the fake. This is exactly how you can synthesize near-perfect images or audio of literally anyone saying or doing anything. And if you're sitting there thinking this is just some harmless internet parlor trick, consider this staggering number: 500 billion. Back in May of 2023, a single AI-generated fake image depicting a terrorist bombing at the Pentagon went viral online. Within minutes, the resulting panic wiped $500 billion off the stock market. $500 billion gone in minutes, all because of one fake image. This is a massive, immediate risk to our society and our economy as we enter a digital ecosystem that could fundamentally be built on mistrust.
Section 5. Guardrails for the future. Steering the revolution. So the question right now isn't whether AI will change the world, but how we can safely integrate these immensely powerful tools into our global economy. To do that, we absolutely have to ground ourselves in reality. We have to look past the sci-fi myth, the Hollywood fear of a malevolent supercomputer, like the Terminator, hell-bent on destroying humanity. That is a distraction. We need to focus all our attention on the real, near-term threats. We are facing supercharged algorithmic bias, the massive displacement of human jobs, the weaponization of deepfakes, and a frantic commercial arms race where tech companies are deploying systems so incredibly complex that they are almost entirely unauditable. And this isn't just fear-mongering from people on the outside. Consider this stark warning signed by some of the most brilliant pioneers inside the AI industry. Mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other societal-scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. They are putting it right up there with nuclear war. It underscores exactly why tech leaders and governments around the world are desperately scrambling to build regulatory guardrails right now. They know this train is moving incredibly fast, and the risks of derailing are potentially enormous. So, as we wrap up our explainer today, I really want to leave you with this lingering, provocative thought. Will we maintain control over our new robotic coworkers? Or will the commercial race dictate the future of human labor? We are walking down a road into the total unknown, and the door to a revolution is wide open. But remember, we are learning alongside this technology. It is entirely up to us to decide how we collaborate with it, how we regulate it, and how we use it to build a future that actually works for us. Keep learning, stay curious, and definitely keep an eye on your new digital co-pilot.